Welcome back everyone. Today we're in the Giants editor and I'm Joel, and as you can see we're in a blank Giants editor area, and what we're going to do is this video is going to be how to get a mod map from the Giants editor made so that you have a map to work on, which I've already had some videos of that done, but that's not the main point of this video. That's just to get it started so the person can see what to do. But basically, a subscriber, I made a sign and they want to get the sign put into their map. So uh, I gave them some letters to make their word in their map. And so basically, they want to know how to get it in there, and I'm going to show them how. So I'm going to X out of this. We're going to hit File, and we're going to hit New Mod from Game. Give it a second. Don't click anything. Let it do its thing. Be patient. Leave it alone. Now, if you don't have Giants Editor, you need to go back and look at my other video. I just did one not too many videos ago of how to get the newest Giants Editor. So 9.0.6, as you can see up here at the top right here. Just go follow that video. Get the actual Giants Editor, and then you can follow this video, and you should be good. Alright, so you're gonna, once this pops up, pick in this list which map you want. You also have options to get other things, but we're not going to do that. We're going to pick the US map in this case. Pick which one you want. Click OK. And on this, click at the end of it and highlight this last little bit up to this / if you know what map name is that you're going to call this map. And we're just going to put this as called letter or letters. And that'll make sense, and then we're going to hit OK. But basically this is going to be where it puts mine. Yours will be wherever it tells you. So wherever you see this, whatever it says here, that's where it's going to be putting it. I mean, you could tell it where you want it by telling it where you want it, but it's best just to let it do its own thing and then go get it from where they did it and put it in the mods folder. So that's what I'm going to do. So they make a mod FS22 area here, but it's not the main mod folder that you would be putting stuff in to play your game yet. We're going to move it to there. So we're going to hit OK, let it do its thing, don't click anything. If it's got a little wheel or circle spinning, leave it alone. Don't like that. Don't click it. Don't do nothing. Let it do its thing. Make sure you have some stuff closed on your computer that you're not using at the time to make this run better. I've got a lot of stuff open, so it's kind of like, see it says not responding. It's kind of I got a lot of stuff open. So best to close whatever you don't have to have open. Let it open like this. Once it's done, I'm going to go ahead and hit save so it can finish up. And once it does, I'm going to close it and take you to the area. Okay, so we're going to hit X. I'm going to go up here to the File Explorer. We're going to go in here, and this is the folder, but we'll go to it. Documents is where mine said it was. And then my FS22 mods, and then see it says letters. So I would open that if I was going to go on in there and do it, but I'm not. So we're going to go back out, and we're going to right click on this, and you can hit cut or copy. Depends on if you want a backup of it. You can leave the backup here of just the map part. You won't have the letters in it obviously, but I'm going to just hit copy and leave this here in case we do another tutorial or something. And we're going to hit documents up here, or you can just go back to here and hit documents here, and then double click on my games, double click on Farming Simulator 22, double click on mods, and then right in here click in the white area, right click, and then click paste. This is your mods folder, which makes the stuff, maps or whatever mod you download, work in your game obviously. So then you would open this and open this, all double clicks, and I'll say open maps, open map US for in case it's closed caption on the screen. Alright, and then you can come to here to open it up yourself for the i3D of the map to get back to the map. So that's how you would do it. So we're going to open it here and click OK. Put it on the one you wanted and click OK. Excuse me, come in here, and as soon as it's finished, let it do its thing. Click that out, and you're in here. Now it's in here. So now pick where you want your sign, and I'm just going to stick it over here on the fire department probably. Let me see. Let me look at the back. Yeah, we could stick it up there. Maybe right across here. Just for example, it's not really going to go there, obviously. Alright, So, and I'm not going to do every single letter, I'm just going to show a few so that I know how to do it. But anyway, welcome to the channel, everyone. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. And if you're new to this channel, go ahead and look back in the playlist. There's a lot of tutorials that'll help you. And then there's some simulator games I play: Ranch Simulator, Farming Simulator, Trailer Life Simulator, Gold Rush the game, so on. So go check those out. So what we're going to do is, first I'm going to click back over here. We got to go get the letters. First I'm going to show you where they are. So basically what he has is they've been downloaded, and they're probably in the download folder. So if they are, go here, find them, get them. But in my case, I didn't get them downloaded. I was the one giving them. So I put them here after I finalized them. So we'll go in here. Alright, and as you can see, I have the letters that I made. Then I have the shape file. Then I have the zip file, which means these two are in this one. Excuse me, this one. And these two are in this one. And so on. And you zip them up. And in this case, this is a light blue color here. And this, I'll show you, I'll go to here and show you what that looks like. Right there. See that light blue? That's what it is. That's all it is a DDS from the paint.net. So we'll go back here, and basically this is this one has this light blue one, the V I3D, and the V shape file. And basically I only put the blue thing in that one because I don't need to keep sending it over and over in all of them, because you can call this from after you put it in your map, which I'm going to show you to do. You can call all of these from this. You don't need but one. You can call them all from there. Okay, so minimize that. I was just showing it to you. Okay, well, actually, no. I take that back. We got to go do something with it. You're going to go ahead, click back out or on documents or wherever you put it, wherever you, like if you took it from downloads, go on and get it. Okay, and then you're going to, you could do one of two things. Since I have them all in this folder, you could just take it, all of them, and put it in a folder. But since yours is probably all separate in the downloads area, what I'm going to show you to do is go to the map area. So click on My Games, Farming Sim 22, Mods, double clicking all these, Letters, which is the map, double click all these, and then make a folder. So we're going to make a new folder, click it, and I'm going to call it Sign, or you could say Signs, because you could do multiples, whichever way you want. Double click on it, open it up. Now we're going to go back to wherever that was, or you could just hover over your File Explorer, right click on it, and then click File Explorer again to get another one open. And then we can go Documents, and then to that spot, or you would be going to Downloads to each one of those that you've received, each zip folder. Okay, so go get each one of them, put in the Signs folder. So I'm just going to go in here, and technically I don't necessarily have to grab every single one of them right now for the video's sake, but you would want to get all of them. So if you have them all in your downloads area, you could do a couple different things. You can click below it and drag over. Well, let me see. Click on it and then drag over like this and highlight them all. Then right click and hit either copy or cut. Like if you want to back up, leave a copy behind you, and then hit cut and bring them all over. So we could do that, or we could do copy. I'm going to do copy. And then we're going to click on Documents, or actually click back on the one we had open because we were already in the Signs folder and we were ready to get in there, and we left it open. We're going to right click and we're going to click Paste. Now all these are in here, and we still have a backup copy over here. Okay, so now what you can do is, you know where they're at now. You're going to follow this path. Letters is the name of the map. Maps, Maps US, Signs. Okay, then it's going to be whatever the I3D is. Now in this case, I brought all these in. You would not have the I3D and the shapefile open yet if you were just getting the zip file I sent straight from downloads. So all of them would be gone, only the zip folders would be here. And in that case, and the light blue wouldn't be there, it would be inside the zip folder. So what I'm going to probably do then, in this case, since that's the case, to make it make more sense. I'm gonna make another new folder. Now you don't have to do that, and I'm just gonna call it sign without the S on the end. Okay, and then I'm gonna come back to the other one, and I'm going to click only on the zip files. Okay, and I don't think I have a double of any, but we'll see. And I'm gonna click on it, highlight it, and then I'm gonna press Control on the keyboard and hold it down. Okay, and I'm only clicking on the zip folder. Then I'm gonna click on this zip folder, and this zip folder, this one, this one, this one, this one, all of them. And I'm gonna roll. Okay, it's not gonna let me roll quite well. There it goes. Click on this one, this one. Oh, it took it away. Okay, it's not wanting to be nice. All right, now it should let me. Well, let's try this again. Zip. Only on the zip ones. I'm holding Control. Only the zip folders. And like I say, you would get yours. And we'll hurry up. Trying to get through this pretty quickly. Alright, and then you're going to right click on the highlighted area and you're going to hit, in this case, I'll just hit copy. I'll leave that there. Alright, so now we're going to open up the sign area, the empty one, and we're going to paste it in. Now we got only zip folders. The reason for that is I'm going to show you to unzip them and all that kind of stuff. So first we're going to find the V because it has the blue one, and we're going to click on the V one, and we're going to right click on it, and we're going to click extract all. Then we're going to click extract all, and it's going to open it up here. And once it does, actually it opened it up, and it should open it. It's being slow. Let me see what happened. Okay, let's try this again. Maybe I did. It's already in there. What is it saying? This has to. Okay. What is it talking about? Oh, it's up here. Okay, it did do it. It just was slow. Okay, you see it up here? It did it. It just was slow. All right. So I got ahead of it and was trying to hurry it. It's up here. It opened it up. It's unzipped. Open it up, and now you have all of them. And here's the blue. Light blue DDS, and then you got your shapefile for the letter, and then you got the I3D. Now what you can do before you go in your map, if you want, is you can go ahead and call it to where it needs to go by opening it in here. So what we'll do is we'll double click on this I3D, the letter V final, double click on the I3D, hit OK. And you're going to open it up in here. And as you can see, it's off in the distance. You can highlight it by clicking on it over here in the scene graph, and then hit F on the keyboard. It'll bring you closer. Then you're going to roll back a little with your mouse, just one click. Alright, and you can right click and then hold it down and kind of move you around a little bit. There you go. Let go of the right mouse button. Now over here in this corner, if you don't have the material editing, you need to go over here to Window, and you need to grab your attributes box if it's not open. So click on that, go back to Window, click it, click user attributes, go back to Window, click it, click terrain editing, go back to Window if it shuts this, and then go to material editing, click it, and all these will open up and you'll have them ready to go. Click up here on this white area if you need to get something off the screen, or you can click over here in the white area to try to get stuff off the screen, but in this case you need to click back on the B. And now what you're going to do is, in the material editing area, make sure it's on light blue. Okay, there's two in here, the black and the light blue. The black is for the around that part, and the blue is on the front and the back. Okay, so leave it on light blue in this case for a certain reason. Okay, and none of these will be filled in. Well, they probably will, but you'll see that if it does show it, it'll say my path, and yours is not going to have all that information because you don't have my computer. So we're going to fix that. That's what we're bringing it in here for. We're going to roll down, to custom shader, and if this is closed like that, just click this little arrow, and I'm going to drag this out so you can see. Just hover over that and you can drag it out a little. Alright, and this can be off. You don't have to turn that on. It's up to you really. You don't have to turn it on. But if you wanted something, you could turn the static light on, but you don't have to. Leave it on none. And basically what you want to do is in this case you would, if it's not already, should be already, it should keep these attributes. It's on a rigid body, and then the shape is on cast, shadow map, receive shadow, and then I had it on these originally already from Blender, and then you're gonna click on the tangents if it's not already. It should already be on there, but because I already put it on there. But if it's not, click it on. Okay, and that's all you gotta do there. If just check it. If it's already there, leave it alone. And then of course visible, make sure it's checked, which it should be. It's visible. Okay. Now we're gonna roll on back down here, and what you're gonna do is this would be the wrong path if your game is not on D drive. If it's on D drive, then it'll probably work out. But mine's on D drive. Yours might be on some other drive, C or whatever. I don't know where yours is. You would have to know that. What you'll do is click on this shader area. It says add a new shader. Click on it. In this case, it popped right up to it, but I'm going to take you through where mine is, and you're going to have to know where your game is, and that I don't know, and I can't help you there. You've got to find it. Now, if yours is not on D drive, it might be on C drive, so check here. Go under Program Files 86, roll down. If you have Steam, double click on Steam, go to Steam Apps, double click, Common, double click, and then there's Farming Sim 19, and that's where mine 19 is, but 22 isn't. So if your 22 is there, you double click on the 22. I'm going to click on this one just to show you. Then you go Data, double click, and then you would go to the shared folder, shaders, and double click that and roll down. And then you would click on, if I can find it, let's see where it is. Okay, this one doesn't have it, or if it does, I'm not sure. I don't see it in this particular one. I'm probably overlooking it, but it would be a glow shader. So we're gonna back out of this one. We'll go to D drive because that's where mine is. And if yours is in D drive, then hopefully you should be all set. Steam Library is the next one you click on. Double click. Steam Apps. Double click. Common. Double click. Farming Sim 22. Double click. Data. Double click. And then come down to shaders, double click, and roll down to glow shader and highlight it and make it appear in the box, in the file name box, and then click open. Okay, now I'm not going to click it because it's already done, but you would click open and it would put that information there and it would pass it to your main game, and then you'd be all set on that one. Now we will move up, we'll roll up the list, and you're going to click on this normal one. You're going to click on the three dots right there. You're going to come click on these three dots, okay? And you're going to go to D drive or wherever your game is installed, okay? So if it's on C, do the other path. This time, mine's on D. So you go to Steam Library, double click. Steam Apps, double click. Common, double click. Farming Sim 22, double click. Data, double click. Then you're going to go to Shared. You're going to double click on it and roll down till you see Default Normal. And then you can click Open. You can click Open, and then it put it in there, and so it put it here. Okay, so yours will be to your main game normal. Okay, so then you're going to go to gloss map. You can click on these three dots, and you're going to click on these, and then you're going to roll down. It's going to already be there for you since you just did it, so you can go ahead and roll down and click on default specular, and then if not, you just go back through Steam Library, double click, Steam Apps, double click, Common, double click, Farming Sim 22, double click, Data, double click, Share, double click. Then you go to Default Specular and then hit Open, which I don't have to do, it's there, but whatever, and hit OK. And then roll up, and then this one's going to be the last one, and then it's the albedo map, and you're going to you're going to click on these three dots. You're going to click on these three dots with your left mouse button, and in this case it went right to it from where I was at in the map we made. So what we're going to do is pretend it didn't take us there. We're going to go to Documents, My Games, double click, Farm Sim 22, double click, Mods, double click, and then we're going to go to the map, double click, the map, the word maps, double click, Map US, double click, and then we're going to go to the single one, because we're going to pretend this one wasn't even here, because, you know, we didn't use that one. We're going to use this one, the sign. Double click, and then it's got this in there. Yours might not. It depends on how you unzipped it and where you unzipped it, where you put yours. But open it up, click on the blue, light blue DDS paint.net image, and then hit open, and then it'll open it, and you hit OK, and you can see the blue. It's a little lighter because it's actually got the glow effect on it for the sign to shine, it like, you know, in the game, and so that's why that's like that. But if you have to use a darker color, I'd have to give you a different different color to put in there. You could do that ultimately, but anyway, we're gonna go from here. We've already did all those things and all that. Everything should be good. Then you would save it, okay, and then you could close it after you save it. And you got to remember it's in that where that path is, okay, which one it was that you did, because the other ones you didn't do. The ones that were out of the backup ones you didn't do this on, okay? So you'd have to do that on them as well if you wanted to use them, the backup ones. So in this case, we'll just hit save and let it save. And then once it saves, you can close it. Alright. Now I will tell you one thing. If you were in that one and you had it open, let's just go ahead and open it again. If you wanted to make the sign a different size, you can do that by these little dots at the end of these arrows. But you would want to do only the certain one, like wider. Here would make it wider, and then the lower one will make it taller. If I can even find the dot, there it is. The blue one, drag it down, will make it taller, and then this here will make it fat, like across wide, like it would drag it out over here and make it fat. Okay, so I wouldn't suggest doing that one. But once you did that, if you did make it a different size, let me just drag it and show you. See what it's going to do. And say you like that, which I'm going to undo it, but say you like that, what I just did, it would change that. See, it's changing the scale right there. See these scales? It changed it, but I'm going to undo it, but it did change it. And so what you would do is, while it's highlighted, right click on it and click freeze transformations. You would uncheck preserve instances, and you would click off of translate, like if you didn't really move it or anything. You would click on scale and click apply, and that would keep that sign, just that sign, at that size that you readjusted it to. Okay, so that's how that would work. That's how you can change the size of it. But basically, I mean, you know, see, and this would make it go fat. So we're not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. Okay, all right. So we're done with that. I'm going to close it. But that's how you would freeze it if you made it bigger. All right, click out of it. Remember, I'm just going to say no, because it's all good anyway. Okay. So called it from there. It didn't show these obviously because they're not unzipped. So what you're going to do next is pick the ones you want to unzip, which you're going to want to unzip them all. You could also delete this or move it out of there and put it somewhere else once you're done. You don't have to leave it there, but whatever you want to do. Click on this one, or we'll just do the BB, or well, let's see, we got a V. We'll do the B. It's not really BB, it's just a big B. We'll do that one because we're not really going to be able to spell anything much, I don't think, what letters we have. So, or actually we could spell, we'll do a lowercase A and then an N. We could spell van. Okay, so we'll unzip the A. So we're going to unzip it. So you click on it, highlight it, right click on it, and then extract all. Extract. Let it do its thing. There it is. And now we're going to go ahead and unzip the N. Click on it, right click on it, extract all, extract. Alright, so now that those at least are open so we can spell van, which you don't have to do it that way. You just open them all and, you know, go from there. But anyway, what I'm going to show you is we'll double click on the N or the A, and there you go. We got the i3D you need and the shape file, but you don't have the color, and the reason for that is you're going to call it back to wherever the color is, and you could technically, you probably need to take this out of this one before you do the V, okay? Before you do any of the letters. Once you open the V and you see the blue image, the light blue paint.net image, right click on it and you can click cut, okay? Click back on sign and paste it in here. Then it's going to be there for all your letters. And then do the V what we just did, okay? I didn't realize it was still in there. I forgot that it wasn't going to stay up in here out in the open, which would be probably be better, I would assume. But that's where you can call it from. Then it's in here with all the letters at the front. Or you technically could bring all these separately, hit control, bring them all separately into a list, okay, to where they're all in there and that blue thing is in the sign folder and they're not in the extra folder, okay? However you want to do it. You figure that out however you want to do that. It's pretty simple. You would highlight, hold control, hit that, and you could cut it or whatever. I wouldn't copy it, I'd cut it and then click on sign and put it in here, right click, put it in here, whatever, hit paste. But that's up to you, however you want to do it. It doesn't matter as long as you call it to this folder to get this color. It doesn't matter that they're not with the other ones. They have to be in your map though. It has to be in your map, okay, but it don't have to be in the same folder. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to double click on here, and you can double click on A and open it. And then you're going to close this, click on A, hit F, and you can see it don't even have that right now. See, this one doesn't even have it. I guess it was a second A I did. I guess that'll be good because it'll show you they're all going to be empty if in fact it was didn't show mine, which I don't know what it'll show once you get it. Alright, so we're going to click it on to light blue. Okay, don't leave it on black. Click the material on light blue. Okay, now it's showing all that. See all that? But it didn't show the albedo one, which will be the blue one we're going to add. Okay, so look down. Did it show this? Yes. Now remember, if yours is a different path to that glow shader, then you'll have to add this. If you happen to have yours on D drive, Steam Library, Steam Apps Common, Farming Simulator 22, Data, Shaders, and then the glow shader XML, then you don't have to change it. But if you do have it somewhere else, you got to change it. Just do it like I showed you before. Okay, so just do that just like I told you before. Then you're going to do this one. Right, left click on this three dots and go through the process. Do the same thing to the A. Same thing for the gloss. Add the specular. And then once you're done with all that, obviously check up here. Make sure this is on tangents. Close shadow, cast shadow and receive shadow map. And then tangents, and then these are checked, distance blending and the rendered in viewports, and then we're good there. And then make sure it's on collision, static, and rigid body, which you would click that first and then you would get this option. Okay, so we go from there. But once you're fine with all that and you got all that checked and you see it, while you're highlighted obviously on your letter over here, go ahead and click on the albedo three dots on the albedo map. Click on these three dots, go to documents, my games, double click Farm Sim 22, double click mods, double click letters, double click maps, double click maps US, double click sign, double click, and you can see in this case it's here. It made the zip folders disappear, and you're going to click on the blue, and then you're going to click open. And then OK, and it'll bring it. See, it made it blue. See the sign blue? Went from white to blue. And you could leave it white if you like that better. So it's up to you. You have an option of that, technically. I mean, technically it has the light blue on it from Blender, but it's really not. I didn't put it on there the same way I did on the other one. Another sign, I kind of left it different. So you can go from there. Then you're going to either size it if you want it bigger, whatever you want to do there. I don't know. So that's kind of up to you. I don't know what you want to do, whatever the case. But if you're sizing it, you're going to want to put it on transform. You're going to be able to look here, and you could pick, say you want to do 3 and then 3, and that gets it equal on those two. And say you wanted to keep your thickness at 1. You could do it that way. It'd be easier. And then you come over here, right click on it, hit freeze transformation, and then you're going to click off of preserve instances and translate, and you're going to put it on, click on scale and click apply. I'm going to apply that one on purpose and see how everything works out. We'll see what happens. But we should be good. Now we're going to save it, I guess. You make sure you save it. And then we'll go and do the end real fast, and then we'll move on into the editor. I'm going to have to hurry because this video is going to get too long. But let's get moving. Alright, I'm not going to explain all that again. You do the same thing for the end. And open it up. And close this. Click on the end. Check everything. I'm going to leave this one the same. Just add the blue. Everything's right. Just adding the blue. Click on here. Click on here because it's going to take you back to it. And you won't have to keep searching for it. So if it takes you back to it on the right thing, make sure it's albedo that you're putting the blue on. Then click open. Click OK. Then you're good. Because it's going to take you back on a couple of instances, when you do that. So now, I'm not going to resize it or anything like that, and all that's the same. That's all good. Tangents on, but you can check all that. Do the same thing again. Save it. Okay? And then once you save it, we're going to close out. Minimize this. Come back to your map, so just go click on the Giants Editor icon wherever you have it on your computer, and then you're going to come in here and click on File, Import, and it's going to take you right to it. But if it don't, remember what you got to do. Go to Documents, wherever you put it, obviously, My Games, Farmington 22, Mods, double clicking all these letters, Maps, Map US, and then you're going to go under the sign one, because you didn't need to. I just did that because of what I did. And then you're going to pick the letter you want, open it, click on the letter, I through D. It's going to pop up here. You're going to click open. Once it's open, it's going to highlight it. As soon as it comes in, make sure you give it time to come fully in. Then you can hit Control B as in boy on the keyboard while you hold it down, and then left mouse click, and then let go. And left mouse click twice. Left mouse click once where you want it, and left mouse click the same spot to finalize it. Now we're going to move up. We're going to use your right mouse button to go left and right, up and down. Hold it down while you're doing that. Now once you do that, you can press Alt on your keyboard and press your right mouse button and push your mouse towards your computer, and it'll slide you in and pull it away from your computer, and it'll pull you out while you're holding Alt down. While you're holding Alt down. Hold down Alt on the keyboard, press your right mouse button, push your mouse forward and slide you in, pull it back and slide you out. Now you can see this letter is on this wall, and you can adjust it. You can take and turn it however you need to do to get it just right. You can click, try to get yourself at a better angle where you can see, click on this green line and you drag it out further, bring it in further, whatever you want to do. However you need to do it, okay? So leave some of it in, do it like that, whatever. Press Alt, drag over, then let go of Alt to turn. To see it, roll back with your scroll wheel. Press right mouse button to drag around. Roll back with your scroll wheel. That gets you to move around, roll in and out. And as you can see, there we go. That's the B. Now, obviously, this one, I don't know. Oh, it's backwards. So let's rotate it. It's supposed to be tilted this way, I think. Alright. Should be. Alright. So now, that's the B. Either which way, you can put it however you want it, honestly. You can have it flipped any way you want it. And if you don't like the angle, I'm going to show you something. You're going to click on this green, and you can tilt it if you don't like the angle. Whatever you want to do. But honestly, you don't need to. It was already at the level it was intended. Okay, so there's the V, and then we're going to go on and click off of it. Click File, Import, click back one to the sign, or go all the way back through Documents, My Games, all the way to your map, all the way to the folder, the sign folder. We're just going to click on Sign, and we're going to go to the A, double click that, then click on this one, and click Open. It's going to bring it in. It's highlighted. You're going to hit Control B as in boy, left mouse click, left mouse click. Now remember, I left it, and these are backwards, so for whatever the case, they're backwards. Remember, I left it to show you the size. Okay. So we're going to grab this little half circle and just slowly drag it around. Okay. And then we can roll up to look at it, roll back, roll over, right click, move, hold while I'm holding it down, roll, and just keep adjusting it with these little half circles. And then we got a V, which is kind of silly, but there you go. I mean an A next to a little V, and there you go. And you can see how that one's shining. It's still blue. You can see it's light blue. It's super light, okay? But you can still see it. Alright? And then we're going to bring in another one. Import. And we'll hit click on sign to go back. And then we're going to hit double click on the end. Click once on that end. And click open. Then we're going to hit Control B as in boy. Left mouse click, left mouse click. And for some reason they're coming in backwards. I don't know. Flip them around. Roll in. Get it how the thickness you want on the sign. That's fine. And there we go. So you can drag it over if you need it to make the second word. So say you spelled out your first word and now this one you need it further over to make sense. Then just bring it over and then spell out the next four and then put the last A and the B at the end. Drag it over far enough, up, down. You can lift it up with this. Whatever you need to do. You can pull it out with this, in with that. Whatever you got to do. Okay? And then you'll be able to hit save. And you'll be done and all set and ready to go. And you can test it in the game. So I guess what we should do is hit save. That's good enough. Actually, I should have moved the career start point. Save me some time. I'm going to click on the career start point if you want to save you some time. And hit Control B, left mouse click, left mouse click. Then grab this green thing and drag it around. Grab that blue line. You're going to move in a little bit. Grab the blue line and drag it back a little so we'll be pointing at it kind of. Now we're going to hit save. And now we're going to go ahead in the game and see it real fast. And then we're going to end the video. But anyway, that's how you do it. That's what you need to do to get your sign in the map, in a map. You can't really, you could put it in another map that you have that's already been done, but you can't use your save game. You'd have to do a whole bunch of stuff, and I'm not going to go through all that. Alright, so now we've did that. We're going to go in the game really quickly, because it's already in the mods folder. We're worked from the mods folder, so we don't got to move it. And it should be in there, and everything should look like it should. So, we're going to go on in. And this is going to be a pretty long video, so hopefully it starts hurrying now. Hopefully it's not too long. But this is step by step what you got to do. So, you should be able to do it. And hopefully this helps somebody else do something else. Maybe you're working on something. Maybe to give you some pointers in some other way. Alright, we're going to go on 15 again. Continue. Roll over till you get to it. It's this one. Hit continue. Start. Alright. That's the one it is. Mod map US. Obviously, if you got a bunch of mod map US's in that mods folder, I would take them out, cut them, put them somewhere else in a holding folder that you know and you'll remember where they're at. And that way there's not any in there when you go in there, so that you can just go straight in without a problem and not having to find it. You won't keep clicking on the wrong thing. But anyway, I hope y'all are enjoying this tutorial and this for the subscriber. I've been trying to do some subscriber videos, questions people have been asking. And so if my videos are a little different, that's just what I'm doing. I'm answering questions. I got to do some more that I've said I would do, so I got more coming. But there you go, and it's glowing, and as you can see, that's up there. And if we were to fast forward it, obviously, and it became nighttime, it would glow, and it would be all pretty in the dark. Which I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to take the time to do that. But if you made it just right, you could get it the size you needed and do everything you need to do. So anyway, I'm going to call that an episode. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, turn on your notification bell if you want to receive a notification every time I post a video. Goodbye, everybody.